Good day, everyone. Still remain digital priest Akajugo. Um, it's been a while. I'm sorry, I've been busy lately. Um, I will make this video very short. Before I continue, can you kenye eke, kene uri, kene afọ, kene nkwo, kene chukwu okike osebụlụ ụwa, mụ kene nke ana, kene ndị ana, kene ogwugwu nne nwanyị, kene chi onye onye na-ege m ntị tata onyonyo a, ekenecha m unu niile, kene ndị ichie, kene ndị mbu na ndị egede, for the ones that don't understand Igbos, I greet you all. I greet the God Almighty, Mother Earth, and all your guardian spirit. On today's program, I will be making a video on explaining on why you should stop calling God Almighty in a religion way. What do I mean by that? Most of we Africans, especially we Igbos, we are making a very terrible mistakes, and these errors has been passed down from generation to generation. I'll call it lies believed to be true. What do I mean by lies believed to be truth? We Africans has been deceived into believing that God Almighty is in the church, that God Almighty is in the mosque, which is a lie. Before the missionaries came, we have been worshiping God. Ndị Igbo, anyị na-efe Chukwu mma. We honor God Almighty, we honor our ancestors. We honor the Mother Earth. We have been doing that. In fact, we lived an holy life, a life of purity. Evil was not tolerated then, at the time of our forefathers. People were scared to kill. People were scared to commit murder. People were scared to rape or to steal what does not belong to them. But now that religion came in, it's no longer that way. That's by the way. If you keep calling God Almighty, you keep praying to God Almighty, you keep praying to Okike, Osebuluwa, Chukwu Okike, in the church or in the religion way, I'm afraid your prayer will not be answered. You're just wasting your valuable time. You don't worship God in the church. No. God is not God Almighty. The God I'm talking about, God Almighty Okike, Chukwu Okike, is not in the church. Or no. Not in a mosque.
Now, like as I was saying, God is not in the church. Okike is not in the church. We worship God in our individual altar, the altar of our Chi. We Igbos believe we have a personal God, Chi, a personal God, like a particle of God in us, in all of us. So God is being worshipped in our personal altar. Okuchi anyị, ka anyị na-efe Chukwu, aja na-efe Chukwu n'ụlọ ụka. In the olden time, in time of our forefathers, we don't worship God Almighty in the church. Now, the error we are making, the mistake we are making is that we are worshiping God in the church, the mosque. That's one of the reasons our prayers are not being answered. And for our prayer to be answered, we need to start worshiping God Almighty in a right way. If we fail to worship Him in the right way, that's why this problem, that's why we're having this problem of prayer not being answered. The pastors, the clerics, the prophetess have been deceiving us. The missionary caused all this. They made us turn against our forefathers. They made us turn against the truth and made us embrace a lie. Since we embrace these lies, things has gone wrong. Now, everyone needs to go back and build their Chi altar and worship God Almighty the right way. So our children will not inherit this same lie. These lies that has been going on from generation to generation is eating us up. Look at the marginalization between the Igbos and other tribes in Nigeria. It's caused because we turned our back on the deity and our ancestors, our Chi. to embrace Jesus Christ that does not exist. The Bible God, the Quran God does not exist. It was created. They are all fiction, just like your Spider-Man, your Superman, all these cartoons you watch. They are fictions. They don't exist. These are texts stolen from African stories, recreated to form this their so-called Bible and so on. It doesn't exist. So if we need peace, if we need our prayers to be answered, we need to do what? We need to go back and worship God Almighty the right way. Ndị Igbo, ka anyị na-achọ ọdịnala anyị, otu ndị ichie, ndị mbụ na ndị egede si efe Chukwu. Otu anwa ka Chukwu ya aza ekpere anyị. If not, it will not. We believe in God for to wake up in the morning and pray to God Almighty in your altar or in your obu, your chamber, not in some place of house of God or some place built and claim that God lives there. So that's just what I want to say. The next video I'll be talking about some other things that we need to know. But for now, I'll end this video. I just want to make the video short. I just want us to know that we have been worshiping Okike. We have been worshiping God Almighty the wrong way. And that's why our prayers are not being answered. The Yorubas, you should stop worshiping Olodumare in the church. Olodumare are not in the church. He is not in the church, sorry. He does not live in the church. Okike is everywhere, is air. Is air everywhere. Not in the church. We are worshiping God in the church, you're wasting your time. All over Africa, we don't worship God. Church, religion is not our thing. In fact, God Almighty didn't create religion. Men did, the Roman did. Emperor Constantine and his corrupt co-bishop created religion to enslave humanity and cage us, especially Africans. So they will keep stealing from us while they take away all our natural resources. Let me not dive into that. But the truth of the matter is, stop worshiping God in the church. I still remain digital priest Akajugo. See you next time.